Picture this, an army not just of men, but of jinn and birds, guided by a king who could control the wind and speak to animals. Sounds like a tale from a fantasy novel, right? But what if this was the reality of King Solomon, a figure revered in Abrahamic scriptures? King Solomon, the son of King David, ascended to the throne at a young age. He was not just known for his wisdom and fair judgments, but also for his supernatural abilities. The scriptures speak of Solomon's ability to communicate with animals and jinn, and even control the wind. Imagine a man in conversation with a bird or guiding the wind as one would guide a horse. These miracles were not just for show, but integral to his rule. Solomon's army was not an ordinary one. It was a diverse and powerful force, composed of men, jinn, and birds, all under his command. Picture an army with such diversity, marching in perfect unison under the leadership of Solomon. Solomon used his unique abilities not just for warfare, but also for building magnificent structures. One of the most famous of these is the first temple in Jerusalem, also known as Solomon's Temple. It was built using materials brought by the wind under the guidance of Solomon. But Solomon's story was not just about power and miracles, it was also about humility and devotion. Despite his abilities and his powerful army, Solomon remained a devout servant of God. He attributed all his abilities and achievements to God, remaining humble throughout his life. Now let's turn the pages back to the starting. Solomon, a young boy, becomes a king. He leads an extraordinary army, performs miracles, builds monumental structures, and yet remains a humble servant of God. So what is the takeaway from the tale of King Solomon? It's a story of wisdom, power, and humility. It's a reminder that no matter how much power one holds, humility and devotion should never be forgotten. It's a story that tells us that miracles can exist, but they are not the end in themselves. They are tools to be used wisely and justly. In conclusion, King Solomon, his remarkable army, and his miracles form a narrative that is as thought-provoking as it is inspirational. It's a narrative that prompts us to ponder upon our own abilities, how we use them, and the importance of humility and devotion. It's a story that continues to live on, shaping our understanding of power, wisdom, and the divine. And who knows, maybe there's a bit of Solomon in all of us waiting to be discovered.